Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over the long-awaited premiere of Season 8 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Now I am a little bit late to the party because I do unfortunately have to watch the show the next morning because you know how Logo just was completely abandoned by Cable One, and since that's my internet provider I can't watch it online or on TV anymore. So I do have to watch it on iTunes the next day. So from now on for these reviews, they are going to be postponed till the next day. But I am ready to review, I'm ready to read, I even took notes this time so I know exactly what I'm talking about. I did like how at the beginning of the episode they did do kind of like a recap of all the 99 episodes leading up to the 100th episode that was this one. It was kind of like a really nice walk down memory lane if you have been watching the show since I've been watching the show. So since it began, watching every episode, it was really nostalgic. But anyway, like every standard season, when it starts, they have the queens enter the workroom one by one, showing off their looks that they want to express themselves in and really put a name for themselves out there so you know what they can put out in the future. The one thing that I really did notice when Naomi Smalls walked into the workroom, which was the first one who walked in, and I do know, I believe Raja made a point to bring it up during their photo shoot, which I will talk about later, that her toes were hanging off of her shoes, which, you know, I didn't notice at first, but looking back, it was like she was literally like clenching her heels with her feet, which I thought was kind of weird looking. But after that, it was Cynthia Lee Fontaine that entered. I'm going to be completely honest, I think she's annoying. I cannot stand her. Her voice is completely insane, and, you know, I just really don't want that voice on the show much longer. Okay, you know, I don't remember who came in what order, so I'm just going to go over them individually in any way I want, okay? Naysha Lopez, she came in a very unflattering outfit for a girl who says that she was the former Miss Continental. She comes in a long sleeve turtleneck and a skirt, and her hair not even up or styled or anything, just straight up down. Not a high point on the season so far. Bob the drag queen, when she walked in, I honestly forgot who she was for a moment, even though I was saying that she's my favorite this season. But she definitely pulled off a really, like, average look, I will admit. It wasn't really big or over the top like I was expecting her to enter with. But, you know, it was enough to, you know, look decent at least. Then was Acid Betty. She came in a really nice, tall look with this face mask, spraying hairspray all over, with her hair all like up wild and stuff. I think she was even too tall to like walk through the actual doorway to get into the workroom, but it was a really nice look. I do admit that I did underestimate Acid Betty from the Meet the Queens video, so I am looking a little more highly at her, hoping to see what she can bring to the competition. Robbie Turner, when she entered the workroom, the first thing I said was, that's Jinx Monsoon. She looks exactly like Jinx, has the hair, the style, the makeup, everything is Jinx Monsoon, which does make sense because since Robbie is from Seattle, Jinx is from Seattle, it's really kind of comparable with their styles, and I do believe she said that they have worked together in the past, so it does make sense that they do mirror each other. Thorgy, when she came in, I honestly don't remember what she was wearing. I know she had like that really big hair, really nice. I know it was a really good outfit, but I don't really remember what it was. So that's kind of a little bit bad, but I'm not putting that against her because it's probably just my poor judgment, really. Chi Chi DeVayne came in a trash bag dress, and my first reaction was, what the hell, why did you come in trash bags? But then looking at it more, it was a really nice dress, like the whole, like, what is this thing called, the bodice was really nice and pretty, had nice designs in it, and when she was done with it, she literally just tore it off of her body and threw it away, so she made it specifically for this entrance look, which I thought was kind of cool. Dax exclamation point came in looking like freaking Storm from X-Men, and she looked really cool. Dax is another queen that I did underestimate from my Meet the Queens review. She is a little bit more stand-out-ish from how this episode played her out to be, so I am also looking forward to what she's bringing out. Kimchi came out in this really cool, like, almost looked like a Godzilla monster look. She had the purple dress, big purple hair, purple like horns right here, which I thought was pretty cool. She's definitely a front runner in this competition. Then there was Layla McQueen. She came in a really lackluster outfit. It was just like a pinstripe top and boots, which I really didn't feel that much for. Then there was Derek Barry, who comes in looking like Britney, as everyone expected, even though he said in the Meet the Queens video that he's bringing more than Britney to the table. And since everybody already knows that he does Britney, I'm surprised that he came in looking like that, honestly. Another thing that I just really can't think of, and maybe someone in the comments can tell me, is I know that Thorgy as a boy looks like somebody, either like in pop culture or like on TV or on a movie or something. I cannot pinpoint it, and it's going to drive me insane until I find a connection, you know? So anyways, after the reveal, they went and did a photo shoot with all of the past winners of the show, except for Bianca because she was gone for some reason. But I did think it was really funny that they brought in the circus clown to replace her. But yeah, it was a really kind of standard challenge. The only people that really stood out in the pictures were Naomi Smalls, just because of her legs. Robbie Turner did stand out for me, only because of the fact that when there was a point where she was blocking Sharon's view in the photo, she's like, oh, you're blocking my photo, and then Robbie's like, oh, then you have to move. So that did kind of show that she does have a little bit of like aggressiveness to her personality, even though she comes off as like the sweet little like 50s homegirl. Stop texting me. The other one that stood out for me was, again, Bob. The fact that the picture that they chose is literally just her like staring at the camera, like flat-faced, no expression whatsoever, just like looking, and I was like literally dying at that point. After the photo shoot, they did find out what the challenge for this episode was, and they would have to recreate a look, well, not recreate a look, but use one of the themes from a past episode to create their runway look. And again, I did think it was really cool that they brought in the past season's queens to show off what the kind of theme was, and whoever was in that challenge was representing that specific theme. But Robbie Turner got to pick the who got what challenge, basically. And he did a really good job picking each and every one of them, except he forgot to pick one for himself. So he got stuck with the last one at the end, which was, I believe, the one with the dogs. I have the title written somewhere here, but I just don't remember it now. But he just didn't really want that, which I thought he was going to pick the one that Jinx was representing, since his style complements hers, which I thought he would have done really good in the challenge with, which is surprising. And the biggest thing that stood out to me this episode was Naysha Lopez admitted that she cannot sew. It is season 8 of the show. You know you have to sew something. Why are you coming on without knowledge of how to sew something? And that did affect her look on the runway, I will admit, which is why she went home, but we'll talk about that later. So anyway, on to the runway. I'll go ahead and talk about that. RuPaul, when she walked in, she was gorgeous. It was one of my favorite looks I think that she has ever worn on the runway to introduce everyone, so I will give it that. The guest judge for this episode was Nicole Richie, and she was dressed really cute. She had like the little cat ears, really simple dress, but it still looked good enough to be on a show with, you know, drag queens. So anyway, here's a beatdown of everyone's. Acid Betty was the money ball from one of the seasons. It was a really nice dress. Like, you could tell she put a lot of effort into it. It was really big, explosive, covered with money head to toe. The only thing I would have changed is her hair, but I do know that that's her thing that she does. She has like the really crazy, like curly, twisty, just in the middle and like shaved on the sides look. But I mean, I'm just saying I would have personally done something better, but it definitely pulled off for her. Next was Bob the Drag Queen. She was assigned Gone with the Window from season 2. and she looked really cute, had like a really nice kind of floral dress she made out of a curtain, which I think was the challenge from season 2. It was a long time ago, I don't remember. But I do know that someone during Untucked compared her to the main character from The Help, which was pretty funny because she fit that era and she's black, so it really fit it. Next was Dax exclamation point, and she was assigned the Hello Kitty challenge from season 7. It was a really cute look. I do admit that with Dax's personality and her repertoire that she could have gone a bit bigger, like with more Hello Kitty, more anime, more kawaii, stuff like that. But it was a really nice kind of safe look, which is why she was initially safe at the beginning, but it was a high point on my list. Naysha Lopez was assigned a drag on a dime and wore the ugliest dress that has ever been featured on RuPaul's Drag Race history. Next queen. Kimchi, she was given the hair ball from season 3, I believe, and it was a really, really cool look. There was a reason why she did win this challenge. It was really nice, big, kind of cat-like look, really big ears, giant hair, and it was really, really cool. I do admit that she did deserve the win for this challenge. Next was Cynthia Lee Fontaine doing the sugar ball. It was a really nice, cute look, I will admit. It was more than I thought that she was able to bring to the table. But compared to what some of the other queens wore when they actually did that challenge on season 5, it was a little toned down. But obviously she was safe, so it does reflect in her look. Naomi Smalls wore the challenge, the Pride Parade float from season 4 that they did. I was not impressed with what she did. She is a queen that relies on her body, so you can see that her outfit when she wore it didn't reflect the challenge at all. So if she didn't have the boat with her, you wouldn't even have known what she was doing for that challenge. So I honestly think she did score pretty low, and I think she did too, but in my opinion it was one of the low points of the week. Chi-Chi DeVayne was the glitter ball from season 6. Season 6, yeah, I think. It was a really cute look that she did pull together. I do know that she did have the wardrobe malfunction backstage beforehand, but it was really kind of like a nice disco queen look. She had the silver get-up kind of draped around her with the big shiny disco ball with the big hair, and she was safe, so it did reflect in the look. Thorgy Thor came out in the challenge. It was the one where they had to dress up like the cakes from season 3. I think she was a red velvet cake. It was a really decent look. She just wore like a red lacy body gown with really big white hair and a cake in her hand. I do think she could have gone a little bit further, but it was safe. Robbie Turner wore the challenge, the Fabulous Bitch Ball from season 4, where they had to do the dogs. It was a really nice kind of 50s look. I'll admit it wasn't the best look on the runway that week, but I don't think that she deserved to be as low as she was in the challenge. Derek Barry was the Christmas Queen's look. I forget what the exact name of the challenge was, but it was one where they dressed up as the Christmas theme from season 3. Again, she looked like Britney when she was saying she was going to bring something else to the table. And she really reminds me of Courtney Act, especially in this look. She wore just a bikini, blonde hair, really skinny, and that's really all she's relying on. So I think she was on the higher end of the scale, but still I do want to see her bring more to the table. Last was Layla McQueen with her Apocalypse look from season 4. This look did not read as apocalyptic to me. It just looked as grungy biker chick that everyone always does. In fact, it did look like a look that Sharon Needles has worn at some time in the past, but I don't know exactly when. But yeah, she did kind of deserve to be in the bottom 2 this week. Anyhow, like I was saying, it was Naysha Lopez and Layla McQueen in the bottom 2. They sang to Applause by Lady Gaga, which is a pretty energetic song. Naysha Lopez stayed in one place the entire time and just clapped the whole time. Layla McQueen was flailing her body around, really showing that she wanted to be there, and yeah, she did prove that she wanted to stay. So obviously RuPaul let Layla stay and Naysha leave. And then Naysha made a big deal about wanting to leave, how she was like, oh, I'm the biggest superstar Miss Continental ever, I have so much to give, blah blah blah. Learn to sew, then come back. That's the end of it. So that's the end of my review for Season 8, Episode 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. And don't forget, all the links to my social media are in the description down below, so don't forget to follow me on there. Also, don't forget to subscribe because I will be doing weekly review recaps of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 8, so if you do want to see my opinion on everything and be really mean about it in the comments like you were last time, then go ahead and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!